Man, what's up, everybody? It's fucking face hurter in this bitch. So what I'm trying to say right now is, if you getting ready to try to tank in CBC, you best be ready for some bullshit, right? So first off, you got DPS that think it's still a classic, think you still a Fury prod and shit, and they don't respect your threat for nothing. They're a bunch of fucking disrespectful ass, greasy fried chicken looking ass, biscuit head ass DPS. They don't want to play with no kind of respect for no kind of threat or no type of shit. They're just like, oh, it's a heroic. Oh, these Sethic guards are gonna fuck my whole face off. That's cool, bro. It's alright. You got this. Go ahead. You know, so that's that. DPS. Fuck y'all. Anyway, so, and then you got healers. And then you got other tanks. And, you know, the other tanks are, you know, not as good as me. So, you know, when they're, you know, they're around and, you know, they want to talk about, oh, well, I do this, that, and the third, and I do, you know what I'm saying, I go to church or whatever the fuck they do. And then, so, I'm in this bitch, right? And, you know, it's Big Daddy face, bro. So, I'm just chilling, bro. I'm just caking in this bitch. And I'm tanking this motherfucker, right? And I'm from Florida, so you already know. I'm from Florida, Old Town representing shit. So, I be in this bitch. I be tanking and shit. And, you know, I just be chilling, bro. I just be hitting that motherfucker like bomb, bomb, shield slam, bomb, revenge, bomb, devastate, bomb, bomb, bomb. You know what I'm saying? I got the threat and shit. And, you know, it's cool, bro. It's pretty tight. And then I get gear. And that's cool. So I'm chilling, pimped out and shit. So the real experience, if you're gonna be a tank in CBC, the main problem you're gonna have is a 25-man slot. Because that's the thing. That's the duality That's the duality that exists in TBC. You have people who are going to be desperate for you in 5-mans and 10-mans, and they're going to treat you like a fucking bum in 25-mans. You're going to get dogged in 25-mans. It's hard to find a spot. I'm lucky enough to be a main tank in a guild and shit. But, you know, a lot of people don't have that, you know, they ain't got to like me, whatever. So if you are going to be a tank in TBC, I got some tips. Number one, have a viable off-spec. That is the most important thing you can do, is have a viable off-spec on your main character. Number two is going to be having alt, but we'll get to that. But having a viable off-spec on your main character will still allow you in many situations to be eligible for gear in whatever guild you're in 25s. For your main spec, which is going to be tanking, whether you're a feral bear, whether you're a prot paladin, or you're a prot warrior. I don't know why you wouldn't be anything except the prot warrior. I mean, everything else is trash, but whatever. But having a viable off-spec will make you a lot more likely to just be able to fill whatever gap, you know, the raid happens to need. Fury warriors are a lot better than I think a lot of people give them credit for, but they don't really bring anything to the raid as far as utility goes. People usually allow for one arms warrior because of the 4% physical damage increase taken debuff that you apply with that one talent that does that one thing. So, you know, that's cool. That's cool. You know, you can raid his arms, PvP a little bit. PvE arms and PvP arms are completely different specs. You usually go like 3130 for PvE. And me personally, I go all the way into the arms tree. I don't take sweeping strikes. That would be stupid for arena. So I mean, that's a thing you could do, I guess, if you were dumb. And yeah, so basically, like, that's type shit you can expect. Have a viable off-spec, so, you know, you're not a fucking bum. And then number two, what you gotta do is, you don't have to do it. I mean, you can be trash, but you should have an ult. Bro, have an ult, because there are going to be times where even if you have a main with a viable off-spec, you're willing to go in there and fucking give out handies, whatever. You're willing to take a load in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? You're willing to build a school or some shit to get into a raid spot, but they're still not going to want you because they just don't have the capacity for you there. I stepped out of a mags last week. I wanted to help out. So basically, you know, if you have an alt, I mean, I would highly advise you have an alt that does something different than your main. That was a mistake I made. I have a prot warrior with a viable PvP arms off spec and a viable PvE fury off spec. I have a paladin, a holy paladin that's prot holy. Primarily it heals, and that allows me to kind of cover all three things well. I can off tank on the paladin if I need to. I can main tank on the warrior, or off tank on the warrior, of course. So that'll work. If in barring those two things, if you're not able to have a viable off spec because you don't have the time, if you're not able to have an alt because you don't have the time, that's cool, man. There's a third option available to you, and that's to make a lot of friends. They're gonna love you in 5-mans. They're gonna love you in 10-mans. You have to walk the fine line between getting took advantage of in 5s and 10s and leveraging your presence in 5s and 10s to secure your 25-man raid spot. Guild that I'm in is a fractured guild from my vanilla guild. A whole lot of classic drama that maybe I'll talk about one day, but not today. So I got grandfathered in, but a lot of guys, a lot of fellow tanks, when we're chilling in the tank bar that nobody else is invited to because healers are f***ing dumb, gonna be politicking, and we'll talk about how shit crazy. And, I did this, that, and the third, and then I got a raid spot. So keep your eyes peeled, you know what I'm saying? Do a little sugar cookie type action, you know what I'm saying? Attend somebody's second cousin's roommate's funeral or something. Maybe you can secure yourself a raid spot. WoW, just like anything else, can definitely be a situation where it's about who you know more than about what you can do. And also, number 4, and finally, don't be trash. Don't be trash. I'm saying, go online, because everybody talks about how Classic is a solved game. So go online and solve the puzzle that's already solved. Go figure out what your best threat rotation is, which if you're a warrior, it's going to be shield slam on cooldown. Make sure you keep shield block up. Revenge is the best threat per rage, and you want to use that on cooldown too. So priority 1 is shield slam and shield block, which is off the global. Priority 2 is revenge, and then devastate in the filler if you need to keep up Thunderclap. I have a Thunder Fury. In demo shout, then you do that. I throw up a rend occasionally for the meme. It's not really good, but you can do it. Just go figure it out. And don't be a dick. Don't be like me. Don't be a dick. Because I'll get in that bitch and I'll be running with somebody and I'll be like, you're fucking garbage and your mother. And that's it's not a good way to make friends. I can tell you from experience. Don't be like me. Stay in school. Fucking see you next time.